The first thing that we're going to do is draw the contour lines of the portrait that we selected. This is a photo of my grandma, and so I'm going to be doing a portrait of my grandmother. So I printed out everybody's images on a good quality printer, and this was done in black and white so that you've got that full grayscale to work with for value. I photocopied everybody's drawing so that you have an extra version to do our very first step. So I'm not giving you the best quality photo yet. I'm giving you the photocopy version. So what we're going to do with the photocopy version is you're going to use your skinny black Sharpie marker, and you're going to look for all the contour lines of this person's face. So what you're going to want to draw is the hairline around their face. Then you could go down into their neck until you hit the clothing. Then I'm going to draw the rest of her hairline and the other side of her face, going down into her neck. Now I'm going to draw the edge where her chin is, and then I'm going to be very precise and careful when I draw her facial features, because if I don't trace these accurately, it is not going to end up looking like that person. So go slow and be careful. This is not a race to be the first one finished. And you want to trace the outside of the eyelid. You want to trace the outer edge of the eyeball, the black part of their eye. If you see a crease in their eyelid. When it comes to doing their eyebrow, you could just draw the general shape of the eyebrow, because you're going to add the texture lines when you fill in your values. So I'm going to do the other eye. I'm drawing the outer edge of their eyeball, plus the black pupil, plus any wrinkles or creases you see in their eyelids. So now I'm looking at the contour line of the outside edge of her nose, plus the side of her nostril, and the underside of her nostril where the opening is. My grandma's wrinkly, so I'm going to draw some of the distinct wrinkle lines that she has. And now I'm going to work carefully on her lip. We have a top lip and a bottom lip that we need to trace. And then I'm going to carefully work around the bottom edge of her teeth, getting the right shape of her teeth. And then I'm going to finish the outer edge of her hair, her ear, anything that your person is wearing on their head, you could draw those contour lines. So now I'm going to get the outer edge of her shirt and this inside collar line, and then across her shoulders. And if I wanted, I could trace all the stripes that I see on her shirt. I'm not going to worry about tracing every single wrinkle that I see on her skin, because I'm going to add that later. But I might trace this little clip she has in her hair. Okay, when I think I am finished, I want to turn this paper over backwards. When I turn it over backwards, I should see a cartoon version of who that person is, because these are just the contour lines. So when I'm done with that, I'm going to take my 6B pencil or the ebony pencil, and I'm going to shade right over the top of every Sharpie line on the back side of this photo. I want you to use a dark pencil so that your lead is heavy as you coat the back surface. So you can see how I'm not being very precise, but the goal is that I cover all my Sharpie lines with enough pencil lead. If you had my class last year, you might have learned this process. We call this transfer printing. So this is not going to do a transfer print if I just shade it like that. and I skip a bunch of the line. I want my lead to be close together and solid, and I want it to cover all that Sharpie. Because what we're going to end up doing is printing these lines on a new piece of paper so that the contour lines are already given to you before you then start to put your value into the drawing. Okay, so I have covered my entire surface. Now I'm ready to do that transfer print. So I'm going to be giving you a piece of drawing paper that's 8 by 10. And if you need to, you can get a pair of scissors and cut around your photo to get rid of all the frame. Or you can just kind of hold it up to the light and line it up to make sure the paper is actually underneath the photo. All right. Now what I'm going to do is use that same pencil, either my 6B or my ebony pencil, and I want to carefully trace right over the top of that Sharpie marker with my pencil. This time, while I'm tracing, the pencil lead that I put on the back is making a print onto my drawing paper. So, if you're not sure if it's printing, you could check this. Hold the paper still so the photo's not going to move. Peel back an edge and check to see that you're getting that contour print. You'll be able to tell in person where the line is. It might be kind of hard to see on my video, but it really is printing. And I'm going to work my way around my entire image until I've traced every single contour line, and then I am done with this step, and then we'll be moving into adding the value.